Okay, so today we're in Module 4, Lesson 3, which is the property tax and homeowners insurance lesson. So here is where we're talking about when you pay your property taxes and just kind of the general information about homeowners insurance. They didn't really give too much information on that, just that if you own a home, you have to have homeowners insurance, and that just covers certain damages, liabilities, things like that. So what we're going to talk about today is really mostly just the property tax aspect, because there is some math involved there, because it talks about the mills. So for property taxes, you pay that on, if you own a home, you're going to pay property tax every year. And the property tax is set up where you pay a rate of a certain number of mills. And what mills is talking about, if you haven't already seen this, or if you just need to refresh your memory, for 1 mill is equal to 1/1000th of a dollar. So if you're looking at the Module 4 Lesson 3 assignment, most of the questions are calculating property tax using the number of mills or the rate of mills based on your value of your home. So I'm just going to go through some example problems that are like the ones on your assignment, just so when you get to it, you know exactly what it's asking you to do. So for the first example that I'm going to do, we're going to look at if you're paying a rate of 31 mills. So this is your rate for your property tax, 31 mills. And your value of your home is $48,000. So we're just going to calculate the property tax. So what we do is we just multiply, but we have to convert the mills or the number of the mills into a decimal form, because we know 1 mill again is equal to 1/1000th or 1/1000th of a dollar. So to do that, we can just set this up over 1,000. Every time, whatever your number of mills is or your rate of your mills, you can just set it up over 1,000, which is the same thing as dividing. So what we're going to do is we're going to first find that decimal by dividing, oh gosh, that is not what I wanted. Sorry. I don't know what happened there. Dividing 31 by 1,000. And that'll give us our decimal form. And dividing by 1,000 is the same thing as just moving the decimal point over 3 places. So this would give us 0.031. So this is our millage rate. So we're going to multiply that by the value of the home. So if we multiply those, we would get property tax equal to $1,488. So that's the amount we would pay in our property tax for that home based on that rate of mills. Does that make sense? And that's it. That's the only thing you have to do. If you're just calculating property tax, set it up as a decimal, multiply by the value of the home. So let's look at another example just to make sure we got it down. Let's say this time we pay a rate of 43.7 mills. And we have a value of $74,000 for our home. Same thing, we're just going to set up our mills over 1,000 to get that decimal form, 43.7 divided by 1,000, which is going to be equal to 0.0437. And then multiply that by the value of the home. And that'll give us our property tax, which in this case, when we multiply, we're going to get $3,233.80. So the property tax that we pay on our homes goes to our cities or counties, and they use it for different expenses. So different things that they have in the works. So sometimes you'll hear of you're voting on a millage increase. So that's talking about more taxes that you're going to pay, but that you're going to see benefits from based on what the city is wanting to fund. Different things. Sometimes it can go to educational expenses, such as a new stadium for the high school, things like that. So that's going back into your community. Does that make sense? Any questions on that? All right. Well, if that's all, if you don't have any questions on that, that's all I had for today, because that's really the gist of this lesson. And then we only have one more lesson, so I didn't want to combine them since we have time left in the semester. So next week, I'll do lesson 4, and that's the last lesson. And then the week after that, I'll probably do a little bit of a review, since the next thing would be the semester test. So that's what we have coming up. And if you have any questions or need anything from me, just send me a message, okay? Thank y'all for coming. See you later.